climates of this nation. OSBC brings you the news. News across the country.
Good evening and welcome to the news across the country. I am Temitokbe Olajuwola. Osun government expresses commitment to ensuring qualitative health delivery. Federal government validates NAPTEB results for tertiary institution admission. Green Chamber seeks ban on alcohol consumption by police. Gunmen burn police headquarters in Anambra. President Muhammadu Buhari has written to the National Assembly to extend the date for the implementation of the 2022 budget to March 31, 2023. The letter was read at a plenary by the Senate President Ahmad Lawan and the Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila today. The National Assembly had passed a revised budget of 17.31 trillion naira for the fiscal year 2022. Following Buhari's earlier request to make adjustments to the 2022 budget, citing the impacts of the Russia-Ukraine war on the country's economy. Exactly a week ago, President Buhari wrote the National Assembly to approve a supplementary budget of 819 billion naira as a result of the impact of the flood on the roads across the country. The president, however, today wrote to the lawmakers to extend the date of the implementation of the 2022 budget from December 31, 2022 to March 31, 2023. The Senate today approved the request of President Muhammadu Buhari for an 819.54 billion supplementary budget meant to fix the infrastructure destroyed by floods across the country. President Buhari, through an executive communication last week, sought the approval of the National Assembly for an 819.54 billion naira supplementary budget. The request, according to the President, would form part of the 2022 Appropriation Act. In his drive to clean up the solid mineral sector, Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke has ordered the immediate disbandment of the state's Mining Joint Task Force (JTF). A statement by a spokesperson to the governor, Malam Olawale Rashid, indicates that existing JTF is consequently directed to hand over all government vehicles and documents in their possession to the Solid Minerals Committee. As a follow-up to the disbandment, the state governor has further issued instruction for the reconstruction of the JTF. It will be recalled that the state governor 2 weeks ago announced far-reaching reform of the solid mineral sector, which includes stopping unauthorized mining, addressing challenges of mining-related environmental degradation, and ensuring Osun State gets a due return from the sector. Governor Adeleke had also set up a solid mineral committee to look into activities of stakeholders within the sector with a view to put an end to revenue leakages, unauthorized appropriation of solid minerals, and tackling increasing criminal activities around the mining communities. In another development, Osun State Project consultant for the Ilesha Water Project, Mrs. Tawa Williams, has been suspended with immediate effect over questionable handling of $106 million loan for the project. The state governor, Senator Ademola Adeleke, in a statement by his spokesperson, Malam Olawale Rashid, further ordered full-scale probe of the entire project and disbursed loans, especially as there is no progress on the project despite reported disbursement of 10 billion naira and another $28 million on the project. According to the statement, the governor equally suspends the project coordinator to allow for unhindered review of the loan administration, while the consultant was directed to return to government the 70 million naira bulletproof jeep in a possession. Governor Adeleke's directive was sequel to the interim report of the State's Asset Recovery Committee chaired by Dr. B.T. Salami, which made recommendations for immediate action to stop further squandering of loans secured to execute the water project. The state chief executive frowned at large-scale corruption reflected in the handling of the loans and the project, an action he regretted has denied people of Ilesha and environs of potable water. Meanwhile, the Asset Recovery Committee had submitted an interim report which revealed an ongoing large-scale pilfering of the procured loans, while the project recorded no progress commensurating with reported expenditure. According to the interim report of Salami-led committee, the Islamic Development Bank agreed to fund the project to the tune of $65 million, while the federal government provided $41.94 million. The present administration is committed to ensuring improved and qualitative health delivery across Osun State. Governor Ademola Adeleke stated this at a briefing with the leadership of the Ministry of Health, Hospital Management Board, Primary Health Development Board, and the College of Health Sciences. Deputy Governor's Office Correspondent Saeed Adeboje has the detail.
Governor Ademola Adeleke expressed the resolve of his administration to give a rebirth to the state health sector. The governor was represented at the briefing by his deputy Prince Kola Adeusi, explained that the challenges of hospitals across the state were known and that the present administration would not take issues relating to health with kid gloves. He, however, called on those at Aims of Affairs of providing qualitative health care delivery to brace up, as the state government will not condone any form of indolence. Presenting his papers before the committee members, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Dr. Kayode Afolabi, expressed his discomfort on how funds are eager to be utilized in the health sector. According to him, money placed in an account are not adequately accounted for, therefore calling on the state government to take relative action that will foster accountability in the health sector. In their separate submissions, the Coordinating Director, Hospital Management Board, Dr. Abayomi Oni, the Acting Executive Secretary, Primary Health Development Board, and the Provost College of Health Sciences, Elisha, Dr. Fritz Olaoye, highlighted some of the challenges facing their establishment, to include shortage of manpower, aging medical equipment, and infrastructural deficit. They, however, pledged to work in tandem with the policies of the present administration to give the state health sector a facelift. From the office of the Deputy Governor, this is Saeed Adeboje reporting.
Similarly, the Deputy Governor, Prince Kola Adeusi, has advised the authorities of Osun Emergency and Ambulance Services to reduce the referral cases of their patients outside Osun State, since all types of hospitals exist in the state. Prince Adeusi gave the advice while receiving the team of the all ambulance services at a briefing. Deputy Governor's Office Correspondent Saeed Adeboje again has details.
Describing the services being rendered by Osun Emergency Ambulance as commendable, the Deputy Governor said that it is a job of life-saving. Prince Adewusi, who expressed concern that some stations built along roadsides were not put to use, expressed the need for individuals to always see government facilities as theirs. He expressed the readiness of the present administration to improve on the services rendered by all ambulance, calling on the authorities not to refer any case outside Osun State any longer, as Osun has the best of hospitals that could manage cases. Responding to questions from members of the committee, the General Manager of Ambulance Services said that the station meant for the ambulances and the paramedics were constructed on wrong locations, apart from the fact that they failed integrity tests, just as the Deputy Governor did while addressing the authorities of all ambulance services. He appreciated the Dr. Niyi Ogini-led Osun Health Insurance Scheme and Professor Peter Olaitan's-led management of Uni Osun Teaching Hospital. The Osun Health Insurance Scheme and management of Uni Osun Teaching Hospital highlighted their various challenges, hoping that the new administration will take the necessary intervention as promised by the Deputy Governor. From the office of the Deputy Governor, this is Saeed Adeboje reporting.
The management of Osun State College of Education says it is poised to ensure more transformational developments aimed at improving teaching and learning for the students of the institution. The bursar of the institution, Dr. Olariwaju Oyedeji, gave the assurance in Osogbo, the state capital, while receiving award of Outstanding Financial Management organized by the National Association of Osun State, NAOS. Sonya Onorinde has more on the story.
In the auditorium of the Osun State University Osogbo, the state capital, was quite exciting as students' deafening applause vibrated in the auditorium when the National Association of Tertiary Institutions conferred Award of Excellence on the bursar of Osun State College of Education in Laonagun, Dr. Olanrewaju Oyedeji. Dr. Oyedeji, who sported blue jacket, accepted the plaque following the citation that gave insight to an credible feat attained by the honoree in his chosen career, especially in respect to financial management. Speaking with OSBC News on the award bestowed on him, Dr. Oyedeji, who said that he is pretty flattered for the honor, maintained that the award is a call to service to do more.
I'm surprised that award like this is being conferred on me. When I was informed of it, I was told that they have been keeping me under watch all this while. They visited the State College of Education. They are trying to look at development that has taken place over the years that are reported to that place as the bursar of the college, and they are impressed that things are running as expected. So it actually didn't come as a surprise to me, because when you are making good effort and it's noticeable, it is good for people to appreciate such. So I'm grateful to God for this kind of nature.
Dignitaries on ground to lend hands of support were staff and management of Osun State College of Education in Laonagun, led by Provost of the institution, Professor Jima Afolabi. Sonya Onorinde reporting for OSBC News.
The Minister of Education, Malam Adamu, has said that the National Business and Technical Examinations Board General Certificate of Education Advanced Level results for 2015 to 2021 are valid. The minister noted that the results are not only valid but also usable for admission to tertiary institutions. This information is contained in the JAM Bulletin, the official bulletin of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, where JAM reminded all institutions that the results were valid and usable for admission, with the approval according to the information titled NAPTEP GCE A-level results from 2015 to 2021 acceptable to JAM. Candidates who had used the NAPTEP GCE A-level results of 2015 to 2021 to secure admission to higher institutions of learning are to continue with their studies as the certificates issued are valid. This is the news across the country, coming to you from Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, Voice of the West Nigeria. Now a mid-news message. You are the architect of your life. Build your future from today. The House of Representatives has called for a ban on police officers from consuming alcohol and other hard substances capable of inhibiting their sense of reasoning. Adopting the motion, the lawmakers, while agreeing that the Nigerian Police Act on the general conduct of the police officers should be reviewed, observed a minute's silence for the late Rahim. The lawmakers also condemned the killing of a member of the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) Omobolanle Rahim, who was shot in Lagos by policemen on Christmas Day. This resolution was sequel to the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance raised by Honorable Babajide Obanikoro at plenary today in Abuja. Moving the motion, Obanikoro lamented that on the fateful day, without any altercation, one of the officers shot Mrs. Rahim, who was 7 months pregnant with twins, on the spot. Meanwhile, the chairman of Etiosa East Local Council Development Area, John Campos, has directed the naming of a street in the area after the slain 41-year-old lawyer Bolanle Rahim. Campos made this known during a visit to the family of the deceased lawyer today. The husband of the deceased lawyer, Mr. Benga Rahim, while speaking Two sympathizers appealed for calm, saying nothing could bring back his wife. The late Rahim was shot by a car on Christmas Day while trying to make a U-turn at the Ajah Bridge. The deceased was 7 months pregnant when the tragedy struck. Some yet-to-be-identified assailants have burnt down the divisional police headquarters in the Ihiala local government area of Anambra State. The incident, which happened today, has caused tension and uncertainty in the community. A sincere apology for the break in transmission. The Oruku community in Nkanu, East local government area of Enugu State, was thrown into chaos today as hoodlums suspected to be loyal to some powerful individuals prone to war with neighboring communities razed 10 houses. It was gathered the houses were burnt between December 25 and today. Among the houses burnt included the palace of the late traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Emmanuel Mba, who was killed by paid operatives of the Special Weapons and Tactical Squad on December 26, 2020 by some powerful community leaders. Others affected are the house of the former local government chairman, Honorable Ejike Hani, and his younger brother, Agozi Hani. It was also gathered that one man whose identity is yet to be ascertained was equally killed during the burning of the houses. Children End of the Year Party, organized by Office of the Wife of Osun State Governor in collaboration with the Ministry of Women and Children Affairs, holds tomorrow morning. This is contained in a release by the Coordinating Director, Ministry of Women and Children Affairs, Mr. Babajide Falade. It states the venue is Government House Lawn, Government Residential Area, Chiare Oshogbo, Osun State. Associations of Table Water Producers of Nigeria, ATWAP, Osun State Chapter, will tomorrow morning hold a end of the year get-together party. A release by the Association State Chairman, Alhaji Fatai Adeyemi, and the Secretary, Prince Biodun Obaleye, indicates that the topic for discussion at the event is roles of ATWAP in sustaining packaged water business under challenging economy. Venue of the program, according to the release, is Atwap House, Kobongbogwe, Oshogbo, Osun State. It adds that the guest speaker is Director Grace Line Water, Pastor Adeniyi Adisa. A philanthropic gesture organized to mark the 85th birthday of Pa Ezekiel Oterumbi holds tomorrow. A release by the organizers of the event indicates that the celebrant will be given back to widows in the community in appreciation to God for the grace to celebrate his 85th birthday. The release adds that venue of the program, scheduled for noon, is the front of Oshu Police Station at Sakumasa local government area of Osun State, courtesy of Honorable Shogo Oterubi. The Flying Eagles will resume campaign for the AFCON Nuzo tournament on January 7. Adeyemi Abodere has more on sports updates.
Under 20 football team, the Flying Eagles will resume for the final phase of campaign for the forthcoming African Under-20 Cup of Nations on January 7. Head coach Ladam Boso revealed that their preparations for the African Under-20 Cup of Nations will be in Spain or Morocco. The 2023 Under-20 African Cup of Nations will be played in Egypt between February 19th and March 11th, with the top 4 teams qualifying for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Indonesia in May. Boso also disclosed that it will be looking to add some experience in defense and attack with the call-up of some foreign-based players. The Flying Eagles opened their campaign with game against host Egypt on February 19 in Cairo. Senegal and Mozambique are other teams in Group A. Boso said the main target is to reach the semi-finals, which will qualify the Flying Eagles for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Indonesia. The Flying Eagles are the most successful team in the African Cup of Nations Under-20 level, having won the tournament a record 7 times. Meanwhile, the preparations of the young pharaohs of Egypt suffered a setback on Tuesday as they suffered defeat in a friendly match against Black Galaxies of Ghana. The Black Galaxies scored in both halves to record a 2-0 win over Egypt Under-20 team in a warm-up match played in Cairo. Egypt, who is the host of the African Cup of Nations competition, are in same group with the Flying Eagles, and both teams will clash in the group match. In the meantime, the Atlas Lions of Morocco have threatened to pull off the 2023 Championship of African Nations if Algeria failed to comply with the directive of the Confederation of African Football. Due to the political tension between the two countries, Algeria does not allow a direct flight from Morocco into their territory. CAF has insisted that direct flights should be allowed into Algeria. Addition, the North African country is yet to concede to. Morocco on Tuesday made it known that if Algeria refused to allow direct flights from Rabat to Algiers, then the Atlas Lions will have to pull out of the competition. Morocco is the most successful team in the competition with 2 titles. President, Federation of Senegal Football, Augustin Senghor, has confirmed that coach Aliou Cisse will continue as the coach of Teranga Lions into the 2023 African Cup of Nations. The former international defender has been under immense pressure due to the average performance of the team at the just concluded FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Some officials of the federation believe Cisse should be relieved of his duties and another manager be employed to tinker with the team. But Senghor on Tuesday afternoon said they have agreed that Cisse will be allowed to continue with the team. Cote d'Ivoire will host the 2023 African Cup of Nations in the winter of January-February 2024. Sport Update returns tomorrow. My name is Adeyemi Abode.
To end the news across the country, here are the major points. The present administration is committed to ensuring improved and qualitative health delivery across Osun State. Governor Demola Adeleke stated this at a briefing with the leadership of the Ministry of Health, Hospital Management Board, Primary Health Development Board, and the College of Health Sciences. The Minister of Education, Malam Adamu, has said that the National Business and Technical Examinations Board General Certificate of Education Advanced Level results for 2015 to 2021 are valid. The minister noted that the results are not only valid but also usable for admission to tertiary institutions. The House of Representatives today called for a ban on police officers from consuming alcohol and other hard substances capable of inhibiting their sense of reasoning. Some yet to be identified assailants have burnt down the divisional police headquarters in the Ihiala local government area of Anambra State. And that was the news across the country, edited by Temitope Olajuwola. For more about us, visit www.osbcng.org. Thanks for listening. Good evening.
On Osun Radio. Osun Radio. Community radio at its best. 104.5 FM.